a Lone Star Land with boots on my feet and dreams in my hand. A little sassy but a whole lot of grace. You'll see that fire when you look in my face. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide. Family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Barbecue smoke, Friday night lights, cheering for the Astros under Texas skies. A little bit stubborn, a whole lot of charm. This big old heart will keep you warm. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide. Family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Barbecue smoke, Friday night lights, cheering for the Astros under Texas skies. A little bit stubborn, a whole lot of charm. This big old heart will keep you warm. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide. Family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. From the blue bonnet fields to the city streets, every step I take feels like home to me. With a little sass and a lot of pride, this Texas girl's got nothing to hide. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide. Family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Gummy shoe prints laid them down the street. Chocolate wrappers hiding secrets sweet. They don't miss a beat, they've got a knack. With licorice ropes pulling answers back. Twist the wrapper to reveal the truth. A sticky web spun by a candy sloop. No sour lies can escape the grip. These lollipops always crack the whip.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing today? Happy Monday, everybody. Hope everybody had a super good weekend. Got some rest. We lost an hour yesterday, but we'll adjust. I hate time change. It throws me off for about 2 or 3 days. But I'm so sorry I couldn't get on here Saturday. We had storms all day, all night. And then had a few showers yesterday, and it's rained today as well. So we are awful wet around here. But anyways, we're back up and going. So good to have everybody. Thank you all for being here. Hello, Daisy. Hey, DJ. Oh, Daisy, I hope you feel better, darling. No worries. You take care of you. Hey, Michelle. Good to see you. Let's see. Hey, Dan. There's my beautiful Jen in Georgia. Always so good to see you. Let's see who else TJ. Hey, hey, hey. Jacqueline. Hello. Hey, Miss Peggy. Teresa. Always good to see you as well. Let's see if we got anybody else in here. Hey, Lisa. Good to see you. Let's see here. Cool Gamer. How you doing? Linda, hello. So good to have everybody. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. We're doing Monkey Mondays from now until the trial starts. So every day we'll listen to interviews that have been done pertaining to Michael Monkey Vaughn. And then April 15th, we'll start his Stacey Wondra's trial. And hey, Lucy. And we will be doing the trial during the daytime. And so I hope everybody will join us for that if you can. I'm very much hoping that Michael will get his justice that is well deserved and that these nasty, ugly, hateful, mean, horrible people that have taken his life will please let his mother and his father know where he is so that he can be laid to rest. So that's our plan. And then I'll go on it in the evening time and we'll do our regular thing in the evening time. But once that trial starts, we're really hoping it'll be televised. We can follow along with it. We can get all the answers and hear all the things because he does deserve justice. He has been missing for a very long time. And I'm going to give everybody a little update. Put a 1 in chat if you do not know about Michael Monkey Vaughn in his case, his story. I want to see how many is not very familiar with it. Okay, Michelle's not. Okay. Um, just to let everybody know that his mother recently had to get a liver transplant. She was very near not making it. And her dying wish at that moment was that they would tell her where her baby is so he could be buried with her. That's all she wanted. But she did receive a liver. She's doing so good. And, you know, continued prayers for her. Tonight is the night at 5 o'clock, which we've already gotten started. But hey, Miss Kelly, how you doing? Mr. and Miss E, middle E is, yeah, there is a prayer vigil for him right now. And I hate that I had to come live at this time, but I did want to stop for just a few minutes here and let everybody know, if you have not heard, things are not looking well for their son. He's been battling for quite a while with cancer, and the MRI was not very hopeful for their family. And so tonight they're doing a prayer vigil. And I wanted us, everybody here, if y'all don't mind, let's just take a few minutes of silence. And then, if y'all are okay, is it at 7 tonight? Okay. I was thinking it was at 5 Central, 6 Eastern. But I would like to go ahead and just take a minute of silence and then I will end it. Okay, 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Okay, so before we get started, though, we're going to give just a moment of silence for middle E, and then I will say a prayer and we will get going with Michael's case. Heavenly Father, we reach out to you right now, Father God, in the name of Jesus. We ask for comfort, for healing, for miracles to be done. We ask for peace for the whole entire family. Lord Jesus, as this young man is battling the battle of his life, a life that he deserves to live fully, we ask for your miracle. We ask, Father God, that you will just put your hands and wrap them around this whole entire family. We ask, Father, for your will to be done. And we ask for comfort and for strength as they go through this most difficult time as parents and as a young man who just wants to live a full life. And we ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you guys for allowing that to happen. I love that we have a channel that, even if it is not your preference for prayers, that you allow others to have that opportunity. And I'm so very grateful for each and every one of you. And please continue to keep that family in your prayers. It just breaks my heart to no end. It just, there are so many. This is where I battle because there are so many bad people in this world that deserve something like that. But yet it's the innocent ones, the good people, it seems like, they are the ones that get taken. But it's not my choice. It's not my decision. It's all in God's hands. And for whatever reason, we are left behind trying to figure out why. Why do all these hateful people who harm children, people who do their drugs and sell their drugs and get other people addicted, and people who just outright unalive individuals because of the hate they have in their hearts? Why are they allowed to just live this big, full life, carrying on with all that hate inside of them? I just don't understand it. I don't. But anyways, hey Keely, good to see you, sweetie. Welcome to everybody coming in. Thank y'all for being here. Today's going to be Michael Monkey Vaughn every Monday until April 15th, and then the trial starts. We'll be covering Michael. Hi, Ryan the Gamer. Good to see you. Hello, hello. Miss Rhonda is in AFib as we speak. She is listening to us. Miss Rhonda, you do what you're supposed to. You get yourself better. Please keep Miss Rhonda in your prayers. She could very much use them. We love you, Miss Rhonda. We're praying for you. Boy, we could all use prayers, can't we? Man. So, Michael Monkey Vaughn, most of y'all know we were going to talk about summer on Saturday, and we didn't get to because our electricity and our lights kept going off and on, off and on. It was crazy. But Summer Wells went missing on June 15th of 2021. Michael Vaughn went missing on July 27th, 2021. Just a month and a few days from each other. Both of them were 5 years old. Summer's case took off like skyrockets. And Michael's case just got minimal coverage compared to Summers. And I've always felt bad about it. And I didn't want to be one to just jump in there in the middle when so many others were carrying on that case so well. But it's been a case that's been very close to my heart. So on the evening of July 27th of 2021, Brandy, Monkey's mom, went to work. So Tyler, his dad, stayed behind to watch the children at their home in Fruitland, Idaho. Reportedly, Michael walked to the neighbor's house to ask if he could play with their kids. The neighbor declined his offer and alleges they watched Michael walk back to his house. This was the last confirmed sighting of Michael. Within this time frame, approximately 6:40 p.m., sunset was around 9:15 p.m. in western Idaho. Tyler reports that he was changing the baby's diaper, and he ordered pizza. It was during those 5 to 10 minutes that Michael Monkey Vaughn went missing. Tyler immediately called Brandy, frantic, when he couldn't find Michael. Brandy reported that as soon as she got the call, she told her co-workers, who let her leave early to go home. Tyler had already alerted the police. As Brandy arrived home, there were several police officers and concerned neighbors surrounding the area, searching for her missing boy. A missing persons alert was sent out shortly after 8 p.m. that evening. The dog tracked Michael's scent up to a piece of farmland to the right of Michael's house and near the road, and it abruptly stopped. There are several cornfields near his house, and they would have been almost ready for harvest in late August. However, the field is flat and grassy with no crops at that time that the Amber Alert. And controversially, an Amber Alert, let me rephrase that, was never issued for Michael. Never. Poor Michael. It just breaks my heart. Per Idaho state law, Amber Alerts are only issued in cases where a child was confirmed to be kidnapped. The accomplice kidnapper's identity has to be known, and this information is known within 12 hours of the child's disappearance. Michael just vanished, therefore no Amber Alert was ever done. Hey, Kiki. Y'all keep Kiki and her family in your prayer. They're all getting sick. Police, search parties, search hounds, and drones have done multiple searches over the time to no avail. His scent has never been traced. Fruitland PD, FBI, and other local law enforcement agencies reported they had interviewed hundreds of residents, searched several homes and businesses, and have emptied septic tanks and looked through hundreds of garbage cans, knowing how prone 5-year-olds are to getting into crawl spaces. They searched thousands of acres of farmland, more searches through the cornfields after they were harvested in late September, and searching irrigation ditches. Still no sign of Michael. So from there, we're going to go ahead. That kind of gives you an overview of little Michael and the day he went missing, what went into his search. And Brandy, has done an interview with Josh at the lab. His link is in the description of this video, and we're going to go ahead and play her interview as she speaks with Josh and he talks to her. And we're going to put up our copyright banner. Let's do that real quick. And also, Jen, and thank you, Jen, so much. You are so sweet and precious. Thank you for that Venmo. Greatly appreciated and greatly needed. Thank you, my friend. And let's go ahead and get started with this interview. Let me get it shared. And this is Brandy Neal. At the time, her and Tyler Vaughn have since married. So she is now Brandy Vaughn. And here we go. We're going to start it right here. Look at that sweet, sweet face of his. I'm telling you, he looks so much like his mother's.
A little bit. And,
Crazy.
And I wanted to talk about Michael Vaughn a little bit because these people are reaching out for help desperately. And I think as we need to get to work. You know, Summer's case, I know, has hit an impasse. It is, going to go quiet here soon, just because it's, unless there are any major breaks, and that's how these things work. But I think what happens is we get hyper focused on one thing, and then when that dies down, we become piranhas, and I hope that other people will pick up on this with me. I hope others will share this story, because this story is about a family who wants the help, who wants the coverage, who wants to find their missing child. And I've went through hours and hours of footage about this case, and the difference between this case and the Summer Wells case is obviously Michael's a 5-year-old boy. They go missing close to the same time. The father was home with Michael. The mother was at work. So that's flip-flopped. But that's just one of many differences in this case. Now, I think when we're talking about this young man, there's so many different things to talk about here, but why don't we let me just introduce to what, if you don't know about this case, let me acquaint you a little bit.
Michael Vaughn has been reported missing since July 27th. Brandy was at her job that day, and Michael's father, Tyler Vaughn, was watching the kids. She was scheduled to work until 9 that night. She got a call at 7:04 p.m.
Tyler said he couldn't find Michael. He was screaming for him, and I could hear the fear in his voice, and I froze at the moment. My coworker saw me, and it's like, go. And I ran, I grabbed my purse, and I drove as fast as I could here.
Pulling into her neighborhood that night, she saw police and neighbors everywhere, shouting and searching for Michael.
It's a blur because it was all so much, but there were people still out in the fields at 4 o'clock in the morning, community members, because we didn't leave outside for months.
Although Brandy describes Michael as a friendly and curious boy, she says he rarely wandered off outside by himself. And the few times he did, it was never farther than the end of their street.
The feeling was that he may have wandered, but I didn't believe that.
Today, what do you think?
I believe my son has been abducted. I believe somebody took him.
Not a second goes by Brandy does not think about Michael. Even those few moments she's enjoying time with her family or watching her.
Guys, I'm going to pause it right there. You hear her voice crack and you hear her words soften. I could only imagine as a mother how hard it would be to say the words that your child had been abducted. Just a young family living their life. Michael going out to take a walk, to play with friends. And 3 grown adults pick him up, put him in their car, and they drove away with him. Right in the neighborhood where he lives. Horrible, horrible. But this is a mother who has not stopped. All these years later, she is still her son's voice. Unlike another mother that we talk about quite frequently, Brandy has never stopped, never once. She has always been there, always talking, always telling everything she can about her child. Every child deserves a mother like Brandy, especially if they've gone missing.
Her other kids' activities at school, she said she feels some guilt.
There was some jokes made, and I got very emotional. And my beautiful daughter, Mama, it's okay not to live in sadness all the time. Like, she told me that she's like, it's not good for us to live in sadness all the time. And she's right. And she said, it's not that you're not thinking about him, and we're not thinking about him, but we got to try, Mama. I said, okay.
While she tries to live in the present more, her desire to find Michael stays just as strong. She continues to ask everyone to continue to share Michael's story.
Because somebody has to know something. Somebody has to have seen something. And you just try to keep pushing forward.
And I will address this question, and please don't attack the question because it is a fair question possibly. But let me just address it, and I will address it as this episode goes along. Gold Star is going to throw it out there. I have no idea why everyone is giving Monkey's parents a pass. Just because they say all the right things, we don't know. Why should they get a pass until we know what happened? Well, that's a fair point, and I'm going to answer your question. The reason is because there is actual concern. There is actual desperation. They're asking for help. She is a working mother still to this day, while looking for her son. She actually cares about what's going on.
At no time during Michael's case with any type of YouTuber or creator on YouTube did all the drama come piling into it. Never one time were there ever threats assessed, put out there, talked about. never at one time was there ever any hatred towards each other as creators and opinions that are had. But yet most of the time, no one looked at them hardly as victims. I mean, as offenders. They looked at them as victims. Because of everything they were doing. And all the other cases that have been covered, we're not seeing that. We didn't see that with Jennifer Soto's mother. We didn't see that with Summer Wells' mother. We didn't see that with Sebastian's mother. We didn't see that with Jaden Spicer's mother. All these children out there that go missing. Brandy would even come into Summer Wells' live streams that they were doing about Summer Wells. She would come in and support for Summer as well. There was one time she was on panel and Don Wells, Summer's father, was up there as well. Somebody asked when Summer's birthday was. Don couldn't remember, but Brandy Vaughn, she knew. She knew because she cares, because she's an innocent parent. I'm not saying all those other parents are 100% guilty. We don't know. But what I'm saying is, Brandy is the mother, just like Kyron Harm's mother, still fighting to get her child back, trying to find him, trying to get justice for him. Unlike what we see in other parents.
Now, necessarily know if the parents have been cleared, but they work together with law enforcement closely. They're at the press conferences. They're at, they're hanging up posters. They're out there pleading for information for their child. The desperation to me is obvious. Okay. Now, I do want to, let me see here. We should compare. Okay. So if, let's see. All right. So listen to this here.
So please, please, please help me. Please help me bring my baby home.
Okay. Then let's listen to this.
We actually hit harder on the questions for what happened that day. When did this happen? How long was it before this happened?
When you come home, when you first come home.
I'm not doing all that. I'm not going all the way back. I can't do this.
So listen,
Yeah.
they're trying to help. They're trying to help.
It's fine helping me.
I know, but they might.
There's nothing more to remember.
Okay.
So that was Brandy Vaughn at the beginning begging, please, please, please help me. And then you had Summer Wells' parents who were probably too doped up, more than likely. Didn't want to talk about it no more. Just a memory.
Okay, so there's your answer why, you know, we're getting a, why there's a little bit of a difference. This is a tale of two mothers. As you can see in the title, it is the Michael Vaughn case, a tale of two mothers. And I'll tell you why. Michael Vaughn's parents seem to be a little bit different than, say, Candace. Okay. Now, you know, there are so many things when it comes to being a parent that we, you know, there is no guide for what happens when a child goes missing, how you're supposed to act. This is Natalie Holloway's mother years after she goes missing.
I know in my heart that we are going to find Natalie.
Will you even let your mind entertain the possibility that you might not find her?
No, there again, that's not an option.
Okay, and then let's listen to Candace.
I said, okay. And I yelled downstairs for her a couple times, and I didn't get no answer, which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was nowhere in sight. She was just gone.
She was just gone. And then so after all that, they
Hey,
get Candace
Cinderella.
on the biggest show on daytime cable and to plead for her daughter. And this is all that she comes up with.
We actually hit harder on the questions for what happened that day. When did this happen? How long was it before this happened?
When you come home, when you first come home.
I'm not doing all that. I'm not going all the way back. I can't do this.
It's okay. They're trying to help. They're trying to help.
It's not helping me.
I know, but they might.
There's nothing more to remember.
There's nothing more to remember. Michael Vaughn's mom.
So please, please, please help me. Please help me bring my baby home.
Now, look, she's standing up with the police. She's begging and pleading, please, please, please help me. I haven't heard that from Candace.
Never.
I certainly haven't heard it from Candace. I've even asked Don to plead for her. He says he's done pleading. Not that I really knew that he was pleading anyway. But if you want to hear a desperate plea, and if you want to assume the worst, and that's fine. I get it. There's a reason why she is viewed in a different light than Don and Candace. And over here, she gets the respect that she deserves until she doesn't deserve the respect. But this lady has done nothing but desperately search for her son.
And everybody still has respect for Brandy. Brandy is a true mother of a missing child where someone has taken her child away. I think it was Friday when I was mentioning the fact that I listened to a call between Stacey Wonder and his mother, and he said his wife had accidentally suffocated Michael, and they buried him in the bag, the black bag they stuffed his little body into, and piled clothes on top of him with his mouth and his nose duct taped, his hands and his feet duct taped. These people never deserve to see the light of day ever again. But this mother, she deserves to know where her baby is at and take him and lay him to rest where he belongs.
Please, please help me. Please help me bring my baby home.
Okay. And then we go ask Candace, what happened to Summer?
It makes no sense. The only thing that can come to my mind is that somebody snuck up there in that yard and took my baby girl.
What are the odds of that
What are the odds of that?
from your perspective?
It happens all the time, all the way around the world.
I'm not questioning that it happens. I'm just asking you from your perspective and your property living up there as long as you have, Candace, right? What are the odds that happened?
Take a guess.
50-50.
Okay.
All right. So 50-50. 50-50. You know, I didn't mind answering the question. I think it maybe is a fair question. But is it like, if you do any kind of research on this case, if you look into the Michael Vaughn case, you can tell that there is an enormous difference in how these two families are handling the disappearance of their child. It's not even close.
And it's not. It's not. You have Kyron Harmon's mother all these years still asking questions, still standing on the street corner with signs so all the cars passing by can see his face and not forget. You still have Brandy Vaughn out here fighting for her child every single day. We just heard Natalie Holloway, her mother, still to this day wants to find her child. She wants answers. Then we have other mothers who go on vacations, other mothers who get a little too tipsy to even care. Other mothers who give their child a 50-50 chance. Folks, you can't make this stuff up. This is facts. This is reality. This is the way it is. And sadly, these are children that are paying the price. Someone's child. And Michael is Brandy and Tyler's child. And therefore, his mother has remained his voice because his voice was taken away. She has not stopped. She has worked with the police, the local police department. She checks in with them all the time. She does everything possible so that no one forgets who her child is. And no one forgets that he's missing. She won't allow it. She won't allow the fact that there are people that are responsible for her child not being in his home with his family where he deserves. And thank God they have at least one behind bars right now fixing to go to trial. Thank you, Lucy, for being here. Appreciate you. And hello to everybody coming in. Thank y'all so much for being here and supporting Michael Vaughn because he does deserve it. Let's listen to a little bit more.
From day one, it's not even close. And Michael Vaughn and his name and face need to be out there. It deserves it. He deserves it. The situation deserves it. And I apologize for not picking up on this case earlier. It deserves everything that we have. And I'm calling and hoping that other creators in this true crime community, and I say that term very loosely right now.
Oh, Josh, it's gotten way worse, brother. It's gotten way worse.
Let's get back to work and get this name out because we blew Summer's case up. And that's how this case should be in our community as well. This is a case that deserves attention, that needs attention. There is a huge difference in the case, in my personal opinion. But guess what, guys? We have got to help the people that want to be helped.
And that statement right there, that statement says it all. We should be helping the ones that want to be helped. We should be helping those parents. There are so many parents out there begging for their child's case to be heard because they are missing their child. And we get stuck and centered on all the drama that comes along with parents who are trying their very best to divert everyone and put out some kind of bogus, stupid story that's not even true. We should be reaching out further and further and further. And sadly, when I try to talk about a case that not everybody's talked about, the views go down so small that it's really not going to help the case. But I don't want to wait for those bigger channels to talk about it. I don't want to wait for every other person to hop on the bandwagon so that we can all talk about it at the same time. There's enough for all of us to cover 10 cases each and still not cover all of them. These children deserve so much better. And sadly, there's still a ton of people out there that are begging for help to get their child's name out there. And we still need to do better ourselves. That's our goal, guys, to do better for these kids. Let's listen just a little more here.
I don't care how many people, thank you so much, show up for my show. But the fact that people show up here means that they want to help, means that they're interested. So please share this video, share articles about this young man. There are people in here from the area. I've spoken briefly with the mother, and hopefully we can get her on and talk to her. And she can give us more, you know, she can tell you from her perspective what needs to happen, what we can do to help. And I know the very first way, the very first step to helping is to get this child and his face out there. He deserves it. And then just like that one. Okay, well, okay, guys. You know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the chat.
Okay, we're going to go a little forward. I think he plays a little more of Brandy's.
Feel that it's proper.
Maybe that was the end of it. Let me see real quick.
On your way out.
Okay. Hang on. Here we go.
Right.
It's not helping me.
They might.
There's nothing more to remember.
Okay, so if this lady would have said that, I would be very critical of that, but she hasn't said anything of the sort. She seems like a very nice, loving, engaging mother who takes well care of her children. She has 3 others that she's having to look after and has. And also she works still.
All righty. Hang on just a second. Let's see what we can find down here. Okay, here's where we're going to next. Hold on, because Brandy does come up. I thought she talked a little longer. Give us time. Let me get there, guys. Sorry, I should have put down the timestamp. Here we go. And this is Michael Monkey Vaughn.
To leave his Airstream and go to somebody's restaurant in town and hang out there while we finish the show. He actually had to lock the restaurant up. The guy just left him there. It was ridiculous. But so don't feel sorry. And my name is Josh, and this is my channel. I don't know, I'm sure you're all brand new to this, but I've seen you on a few other channels, and you are the mother of Michael that we've been discussing here tonight. And somebody reached out to me just the other day saying, that you had, you're asking people to put Michael's story out there because it needs coverage, it needs momentum. How many months in are we now?
We are over 6 months. Today makes 201 days.
And which seems like an eternity when a child is missing.
Michael's mother knew to the day. She knew to the day. She had it pegged. She knows. She has that. She lives that. She's speaking that. How many times have you heard Katie say how many days Sebastian has been missing? None. How many days has Candace Wells said how many, what number of days her daughter's been missing? None.
I couldn't look. I've never had a child go missing before, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. And everything that I've heard you talk about, you just seem like such a loving, giving mother. And I'm really sorry that you're going through this, you and your family. It's something that nobody should have to go through. But here now at the lab, and we have other friends as well, with really big channels. We would like to put this case on the forefront and try our best to bring awareness to what's going on, because after a certain amount of time, it starts to feel overwhelming. Like, is anything ever going to happen? And I know you're feeling desperate. And that's why we're here. Can you just tell us a little bit about that day?
It was like a normal day. Tyler and I typically try to work opposite shifts. I had started a new job. I had been working straight through and working full-time hours, and he was working opposite, and we had a babysitter to kind of coincide with the hours that we would cross over. I had to be at work by 12:30 that morning, or mid-morning. Monkey didn't want me to go. But told him.
Where do you get the nickname Monkey from? Because it's such a cute nickname.
Oh, he could climb before he could walk or crawl. In my belly. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. If you have seen any videos or any mama knows, like he literally was climbing. He hung from my rib cage, I want to honestly say. Yeah.
And he's an energetic boy.
He is an energetic. Yeah.
I've seen him at the video of him driving his little.
Did you hear his mother correct Josh? He is an energetic boy. This was early on. This mother held out hope until she got the word there was no more hope left to hold on to. She would correct people. She would not allow them to have a title that was disrespectful in any way and talk about her child. There was a time where she was on a panel and Don Wells was up there as well, the same time, but they started bringing up the essay of his younger sisters that he did. She popped up on channel and asked to please take Michael's name out of the title because she didn't want her child associated with that. She wasn't mean. She wasn't ugly about it. I'll never forget it as long as I live because she said, I don't want my son's name associated with that. Please respect my son and take his name out of your title. And that creator did. That's a mother who loves their child. That's a mother who doesn't want their child intermixed with drama and with ugliness. That's this mama.
Car, and then you guys making cookies, and which makes this all the more heartfelt for me because we've tried to help others before, and your pleas, your everything that you say, it just seems like every fiber of your existence is just trying to get this young man, your son, home. And I'm praying that that's going to happen for you and for him, because it is unfathomable. What do police, and if I ask you a question, please, if you can't answer it, I don't want to compromise anything. I don't want to. But is there a theory? I mean, from everything that I've heard, there's just doesn't seem to be a lot.
They are working on a lot of things, but Michael's been abducted.
Yeah. And is that a gut feeling, or is that something that you know more about that you can't share?
Both.
Okay. And we'll just move on from that. Thank you for
point. CCTV footage had been captured from the area where Michael Vaughn was at the time Michael Vaughn was walking the streets in front of his home. There was a car that was seen. The next photo, there was no Michael Vaughn anywhere on the road. Michael was abducted.
answering that very tough question. And I know, look, this is a difficult position for you, talking about this every day, thinking about this every day, you know, and I applaud you for just going and doing what you have to do, because this to me is all just so genuine. And I just got acquainted with your case probably a week ago. I started, you know, digging into it. 100% acquainted, not like, you know, I had heard about this case quite often, but I didn't really know the ins and outs. And then so I started digging deep because I got an email from somebody, and that's when I said, well, of course I would love to, you know, help in any way that I can. And
Guys, out of respect for Mr. and Mrs. E, I am going to stop right here. We're going to end this live. Next Monday will be Michael Monday again. We will pick it up from where we are. Brandy still has a lot that she's going to say. But I encourage you, TJ, is there any way you can get Mr. E's Crimecast and put the link in the chat for everyone? I encourage you all to go to their channel for the prayer vigil tonight for their son. Be there, show them some love, orange hearts for their son. I just think it's the right thing for us to do. I think it's something that is what is needed. And so I hope you understand me just stopping here. But we will pick this up again next week, and then we're going to go from there, and we are going to listen to Michael, one of little Michael Vaughn's abductors, as he speaks from jail on another incident and the interview he does with them. So please, if everybody could go to Mr. and Mrs. E's channel, let's show them love. Aloha, my friend. Good to see you. Hope you're well. We're just about to end it because the E family is having a vigil here any minute now. There we go. Mr. E's Crimecast. If y'all would just, let's go on over to their channel and give them the love and the prayers, and just let them feel comforted that we have their back. Thank you all for being here with us. And like I said, I'm sorry we're going to just abruptly stop it here, but I wanted to get as much in as we could, and then we'll pick this up again next Monday, another Michael Monday. So please come back next Monday for sure to do this. And then tomorrow we'll do something else, okay? Oh, Cecilia, you're good, sweetie. Thank you so much. We love you. We love you. And with that, guys, I'm going to say, everybody have a super great night. Be safe. Know you're loved. And until next time, love and hugs, everybody. Good night.
Bye.